If the Church of Jesus Christ is anything, it's supernatural. If it's not supernatural, it's superficial. You know, years ago, a tired English preacher turned round in a swivel chair and he reached for a book blindly, and he grabbed, without knowing it, the New Testament in Greek, and he began to read through the Acts of the Apostles, and he got down to chapter 5. And he suddenly said this amazing thing. He says, this is the Church of Jesus Christ before it became fat and short of breath by prosperity. This is the Church of Jesus Christ before it became muscle-bound by over-organization. This is the Church of Jesus Christ where they didn't say prayers, they prayed in the Holy Ghost, and there's a big difference. This is the Church of Jesus Christ where you didn't sign articles of faith, that's easy to do, but they acted in faith, which is very different. This is the Church of Jesus Christ where they didn't gather together a bunch of intellectuals to study phycho-sematic medicine, they just healed the sick. The New Testament church was not an electronic church, it was an electrifying church. Finney was right when he said, when the Holy Ghost is in residence in a sanctuary, that is the most attractive thing in the world. Because the power of the Spirit pulls people out of the world. And when the Holy Ghost is not resident, then the world pulls people out of the sanctuary. Our God is a consuming fire. And the reason the world goes to hellfire is the church has lost Holy Ghost fire. It's not the liberals, it's not the Catholics, it's not the Moonites, it's not the Mormons that obstruct us. It's the lack of faith, it's the lack of purity, it's the lack of vision, it's the lack of power. The world is waiting to see again the church anointed in the Spirit of God. The curse of the Church of Jesus Christ today is mediocrity. There are too many of us who are too much alike. We're satisfied to get out of Egypt, but we won't go possess our possessions in the promised land. Pentecost was a sample day. It wasn't abnormal, it was a normal standard for the church. The church is backslidden today. We've lost our power, we've lost our authority. God doesn't look at the external, He doesn't look at our social standing. He looks at the heart to see if it's pure, to see if our longings are after God and after holiness. I'm embarrassed to be a Christian these days in a church that's an embarrassment to God. I'm convinced the Church of Jesus Christ embarrasses God every day. We're so void of supernatural power. You can explain our success by clever business practices, by Madison Avenue techniques, by clever presentation on TV and all the rest of it. But where is the manifestation of supernatural power in the Church of Jesus Christ? Again, I say the church began in the upper room with men agonizing, and it's ending in the supper room with women organizing. We mistake rattle for revival and commotion for creation and action for unction. Again, I say that 99% of people that went to the church today, even fundamental churches, Pentecostal churches, they did not go there to meet God. They went to hear a sermon about God today. We didn't expect to walk out of the sanctuary breathless and say, the one who walked in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks was walking in the midst. I could feel him so near. The church is becoming almost a social club, a better elite club, a nicer club. There's no drinking, but it's a nice place to fellowship and have a little kind of Christian fun, sanctified fun. But listen, dear friend, outside there's a world going to hellfire quicker than ever it's gone. And what the church has had in the last 25 years has not made any impression. And you know, in many churches, even Pentecostal churches, we're keeping up the motions, we're keeping up the action, and we go out and say there wasn't much there really today. No, we try and present and make ourselves believe the Spirit is brooding when He's not there. I read this book and I want to cry and say, my God, why do I live in this century? That's such artificial Christianity. We try to dress it up and make it acceptable. We try and make it theatrical. And the world outside laughs at us. I'm sick to death of listening to men who sit on paper thrones with little plastic crowns they've made for themselves, denying the Word of God. The world outside is not waiting for a new definition of Christianity. It is waiting for a new demonstration of Christianity. And God is looking in America for a womb in which He can conceive it. I want the world outside to take knowledge that God has come and restored in His glory the former glory the church had.